Good day everyone. Our topic is all about the chapter 8 space allocation. Objectives. First, identify space and its allocation of an area which would include the working environment for hospitality and tourism facilities and recognize the different jobs and requirements for space allocation. Contents. Factors in determining space allocation. Space planning is a process of organizing and allocating areas to accommodate furnitures, fixtures, and equipment that should harmoniously work together and accommodate the needs of the users such as visitors and workforce either for a specific function or several activities. The ideal space should be able to balance utility, comfort, and beauty of transcend of the time. Characteristic of the well-planned space. First, efficient and effective space utilizations. The layout of rooms and spaces should be properly utilized by determining the use of the space and the projected users. The arrangement of the furniture, fixtures, and equipment should be considered to allow proper utilization. This would minimize edge of the space. Ang layout or pagkakaayos ng mga kwarto at espasyo ay dapat gamitin ng tama sa pamamagitan ng pagtukoy kung sino ang gagamit at para saan ang espasyo. Isaalang-alang ang pagkaayos ng furniture, fixtures at equipment para gamit ng tama ang espasyo upang maiwasan ang pagkaaksaya ng ibang espasyo. Number 2, appropriate ambience. This set the moods of space or a room. The character, quality, tone, and atmosphere provide the experience the establishment wants its client to enjoy and remember. It is adaptable and flexible. Ang negosyo ng hospitality at tourism ay nakadepende sa mga events at holidays. Kailangan maging flexible ang lugar at madaling ayusin para sa iba't ibang okasyon, tulad ng Pasko, araw ng mga puso o graduation, para makapagdaos ng aktibidad, makapaglagay ng dekorasyon at mahikayat ang tao na magpicture. Ang halimbawa na lamang nito ay, ang function hall ay mabilis na nagiging venue para sa seminar tuwing Lunes at kasalan tuwing Sabado. Kaapat, accessible. Ang layout ay dapat nagbibigay ng madaling daanan para sa mga tao, gamit, produkto at serbisyo. Kailangan may sapat at maluwag na espasyo para sa mga taong may kapansanan. Halimbawa, may rampang madaling akyatin at sapat at laki ng pintuan, ang banyo para sa mga naka-wheelchair. Number 5, minimum movement. Dapat lanuhin na kaunti lang ang kailangan gumalaw ng mga empleyado at mga gamit sa pagdadala ng produkto at serbisyo. Kailangan iwasan ang pagtatagpo o pagdaan ng daanan ng mga empleyado at ng mga customer. Makukuha ito sa tamang pagpaplano ng layout. Halimbawa, may sariling pinto at elevator ang staff para hindi sila nag-cruise sa daanan ng mga bisita sa lobby. Number 6, wayfinding. Sa konteksto ng pagpaplano, tumutukoy ito sa kung paano madaling makakagala ang isang tao sa iba't ibang parte ng gusali. Mahalaga ang karanasan na gumagamit ng pag-orient sa lugar at pagpili ng daan sa kanilang tatahakin para sila ay maging masaya. Halimbawa, malinaw at nakikita agad ang mga karatula at mapa or mga signage para madaling mahanap ng bisita ang kanilang kwarto. Number 7, reduce discomfort. Ang pagdidisenyo or pagpaplano ng espasyo ay dapat kasama ang tamang ilaw or mga ventilation at pag-iwas ng stress mula sa mga ingay, masamang amoy at sobrang init at lamig. Halimbawa, ang mga kwarto ay may mahusay na soundproofing para hindi naririnig ang ingay mula sa daan. Adhere to laws and regulations. Kailangan pag-aralan kung ano yung rules and regulation ng isang hotel or company para maiwasan ang mga aksidente. Halimbawa, ang building plan ay may sapat na fire exit at sprinkle system na sinang-ayunan ng Bureau of Fire Protections. Major sectors of the hospitality and tourism industry: accommodations and lodging. These sectors include all accommodations and lodging facilities such as hotels, motel, hostels, houses, and resorts. Basically, the goal is to provide guest space where they can stay and sleep for a duration of time. Accommodations are generally classified in terms of the following. A, size of the facilities. Tumutukoy ito sa bilang ng mga kwarto or lodging units na available mula sa 15 kwarto pababa hanggang sa 50 kwarto pataas, tulad ng mga resort type na lugar. Halimbawa, ang isang maliit na boutique hotel ay may 25 na kwarto habang ang isang resort ay mayroong 300 units. B, location. Dapat ang location ay possibilities na dapat malapit sila sa mga airport or casino, sa city or sa resort area. Halimbawa, ang business hotel ay kadalasang matatagpuan sa gitna ng city center. Letter C, level of service. Tumutukoy ito sa laki ng mga kwarto. Karaniwang ang mga kwarto ng bisita ay umaabot ng 65% hanggang 75% ng kabuuan ang floor area ng hotel. According to a general category are as follows. First, budget hotel 1 star, 15 to 20 square meters with a minimum area of 75%, rooms without bed. Standard hotel or 2 stars, 40 to 60 square meters with a minimum area of 75%, rooms with a bath. Third, comfort hotel, 3 stars, 50 to 60 square meters. 4, first class or 4 stars, 60 to 70 square meters. Luxury hotel, 5 stars, 90 to 110 square meters. The area would include the living space, toilet, and with another amenities. Letter D, market and function. Ito ay tumutukoy sa kung sino ang target na customer at para saan ang facility. Halimbawa, ang hotel ay nagtatarget ng mga pamilya, kaya mayroon itong family room or at swimming pool. Letter E, ownership and affiliation. Ito ay tumutukoy kung ang facility ay sariling pag-aari o nakakabit sa isang brand. Halimbawa, ang hotel ay bahagi ng isang malaking international chain sa halip na pag-aari ng isang individual. Letter F, industry standard. Ito ang pamantayan na pinili ng may-ari tulad ng AAA Diamond Rating, Green Key Eco Rating, at TripAdvisor Travel Choice na ginagamit para i-assess ang kalidad ng serbisyo. Halimbawa, nakuha ng hotel ang 5 Diamond Rating ng AAA dahil sa napakataas na kalidad ng serbisyo. Front of the house. Ang mga front of the house, sila ang makausap sa mga customer at nag-assist sa mga customers, at sila ang nag-assist para maka-check-in ang isang customer. Lobby. This area connects the facility from the outside. The space creates the first impression of the establishment as it sets the tones and the overall ambience of the facility. The size of the lobby varies. However, it is important a lot the following areas. A for circulation and movement of the guests, 0.70 to 1.0 square meter per guest room. B for seating area, 0.06 to 0.10 square meter per guest room. And C for luggage room for 0.05 to 0.10 square meter per guest room. Number 2, registration and front desk. Ang espasyo na ito ay kadalasang inilalagay sa lugar na madaling makita agad ng mga bagong dating na bisita. Dito nagaganap ang pag-check-in at pag-check-out ng mga bisita. Ang room na ito ay nagbibigay ng kalinisan tulad ng lababo at toilet. Karaniwan ang laki ng palikuran ay mula sa 0.05 hanggang sa 0.10 metro or kwadrado bawat kwarto. Halimbawa, may malinis at sapat na laki ang pampublikong palikuran sa lobby area para sa mga bisita. Lodging facilities. This is the space where guests stay. This includes bathrooms and corridors, which usually take the 50% to 60% of the total floor area, a common practice in hotels. Different room types are determined by different categories. This is the example of lodging facilities. That would be all. Thank you.
So sa catering and conference, we have a restaurant. So dito po kumakain yung mga guests. So sa restaurant po, meron tayong 70-30% of space. 70% is kinukonsume ng space na ginagamit ng mga customer. And then the remaining 30% sa restaurant is for support area, support space like sa CR, then sa area ng cashier. Yun po yung 70-30% of space sa restaurant. And next po is the retail shop. So sa retail shop po, dito rin po yung area ng mga kailangan or mga personal needs ng mga customer or guest, na in case na may gusto silang bilhin, sa retail shop po sila pupunta. Doon nila mahanap yung mga personal needs nila. Then, dito rin po pwede silang mag-shopping while they check in a hotel. And next po is the amenities and recreational areas. So, dito naman po yung mga libangan sa loob ng hotel para at least man lang may malibangan yung mga guests na may dalang mga bata na hindi sila maboring. Then syempre po yung area yun is for children din na mag-enjoy sila. And syempre di ba pag nag-enjoy ang mga bata, mas nag-enjoy yung mga parents nila. So ginawa to para at least man lang may libangan yung mga guests during, for example, may meeting sila, business meeting or something na at least may paglalagyan or may lugar para sa mga bata. So next po is employees facilities. So dito naman po dito po yung place ng mga staff para at least makapagpahinga sila. Then dito rin po sila nagpapalit ng damit before sila magtrabaho or magtrabaho sa duty nila. And dito rin po sila nagpapahinga, nagpapalit damit, nagpapahinga. Basta po yung staff facilities is for staff po. So next po is the back of the house. Ito po yung hindi nakikita ng guest sa isang hotel. More on po nakikita ng staff or guest or VIP is yung front of the house po, which is yung mga nagde-deal sa mga guest, like yung receptionist. Pero yung mga back of the house po, for example yung chef, yung housekeeping, sila po ay type ng back of the house. Hindi po sila na kikita, pero malaki po yung impact or part nila sa isang hotel. Next po is the receiving department. So dito po nag-receive ang isang company or hotel ng mga goods and supplies para makadagdag sa amenities ng isang hotel or company. So next po is the maintenance and miscellaneous area. So dito naman po mini-maintain or kino-control para at least maganda yung flow and para ma-ensure na safe ang isang facilities po. So next po is the general storage. So dito po nilalagay yung mga equipment, tools, or anything na ginagamit para mag-ayos or mag-maintain ng securities sa isang hotel. Then, sa hotel po, meron tayong small hotel laundry. So, dito po, nilalabahan yung mga ginagamit after makuha ng housekeeper yung At, pagkatapos pagpalit ng housekeeper sa isang room, dinediretso agad sa small hotel laundry para malaban agad siya. And lastly po is the food and beverage. So dito po papasok yung mga sa hotel, yung restaurant, cafe, buffet, basta po more on foods and drinks. Diyan na po papasok yung food and beverage.
Food and beverage. The food and beverage industry includes all sorts of restaurant, cafeteria, plus food restaurant. The main goal is to feed guests. Restaurant. Those are several types of restaurant, such as fast food, casual and contemporary, casual dining and fine dining. Catering and banquets. For facilities that provide catering and banquet service, storage area and other equipments. Airline and cruise ship. Cruise ship may serve up to a few thousand meals at each setting. Dining area. The dining area typically occupies 60% to 70% of the total floor area where guests dine. Kitchen area. The kitchen and miscellaneous area such as settle and storage account for the remaining 30% to 40% of the total floor area. Main cooking area. Dito niluluto yung mga pagkain at meron ding different types ang kitchen, finding on the types of food they serve and the size. Food preparation area are most composed of different space that needed to remain organized and efficient. There is meat preparation and salad preparation, sandwich preparation, vegetable preparation, baking station, and serving areas. Food storage area. This takes up to 30% to 40% of entire kitchen space. Next is refrigerated storage, a measurement of 0.42 to 0.72 meters per 100 mils is typically used by planners. Dishwashing area, ito yung pinaka-essential part ng kitchen, and it is recommended to allot at least 60% of the area for cleaning dish and 40% for solid dish. Entertainment and creation. Ang creational facility, meron itong different sorts, from unique space to Huggy Stadium sa baseball game. Sport complex. Meron itong large facility that accommodates different types of physical activities and sport. Shopping facility. This is a facility that consists of various retail outlets and restaurant. Next is spa. This facility is dedicated to the healthy and wellness of users. Service offers usually include massage, relaxation pools, and saunas. Next is cinema. This is a venue for film showing through picture projection. Last is casino. This is an entertainment facility for gambling and luck-based game. That's all. Thank you.